I think I'm like really scared of going into the film industry and not succeeding, because it's a highly likely possibility of me not, having becoming the 5% that has such a successful career and such an impactful, long-lasting career, because it's so cutthroat, really. And I'm afraid of working so closely with, especially now, how, not closely with capitalism exactly, but working in a way where it's so many big movie producing so many companies wouldn't not companies, what the fuck am I saying? What are they called? So many people, I guess, wouldn't accept my ideas or try to sanitize them in a way that just takes away from the original material to kind of appeal to the wider audience's appetite. So that's a big fear of mine, is having to dilute my work to appeal to the masses, which obviously it won't happen every time, but a lot of those big companies won't let me. And it's not, I don't necessarily want to work with those big companies. I would never want to work with Disney or fucking any of the things attached to Disney, which is literally everything, or I wouldn't necessarily want to do that. But it does feel kind of like a benchmark for how successful you are, I suppose. But having an independent film company also, taking that off the ground and being able to fund successful movies, or fund, the advertising to make a successful movie, I suppose. Also super difficult and super, it's very hard to take off the ground if you aren't, I don't want to be an indie filmmaker for my entire life. I don't want to have to do that. It's ridiculous. It's not ridiculous, I guess. It's just, I don't want to have to do it. I want to, live a comfortable life without having to be a banker. I wouldn't want to be a banker anyway. I'm not good at math. I can count, but it's not the point. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to work at a gas station my whole life, but I don't know. And I really, take such, and I wouldn't want to be famous either. I wouldn't want to. I want to have that. I mean, being a director, that isn't super, who makes decent money, I suppose, but doesn't, isn't a household name, which doesn't necessarily mean a household face. It's just being, I would want to be known as a name, but not as a face usually, because, it's more difficult when people know your face, but, it's like getting a coffee at a coffee shop and they ask for my name, and it's oh, I'm Erica Elstone, and oh, you're that director, right? Yeah, but then being that's different than being fucking, I don't know, Henry Cavill, walking around, can't do anything. You can't do anything if you're Henry Cavill. That's just one example, but you know what I mean? Even not, and people who aren't as famous as Henry Cavill as my benchmarker, I guess, who are getting recognized on the street and who are getting, can I take your picture with you at CVS in a stained t-shirt and sweatpants. But whatever. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. And like, I am very afraid of not being able to have original thoughts, which I guess I do, but not really, you know, like no thought is original, I guess. And also, you know, I don't think it'll ever actually happen because I think there's gonna be such a harsh backlash at it, but like, you know, artificial intelligence seeping into the film industry is also a terrible, terrible thing. Which is, it's ridiculous, you know, it's terrible, and it's killing the environment, and it's hurting communities that have been hurt so many times before, and it's, you know, it's impacting the people who don't have that much to spare, or anything to spare at all, in ways that, you know, impact them. I don't know. It's terrible. I mean, 1,000,000 gallons of water per day coming from freshwater reserves that are under the earth and have been untapped or protected for so long, now getting used to cool off AI fucking servers, because that's a thing. But it's terrible. It's really terrible, and I'm just, you know, I'm scared for the future, I think. But I'm not super, like, I don't think I'm scared, but I'm aware. I'm aware of what the future can bring and what it probably will bring, and what, I don't know, what it has in store for me. But I don't, because I can't tell the future, and something might happen, or some stuff might happen and change the, you know, trajectory of my life or something. Yeah, but